Hey guys, welcome back to my video. As I said in my last very messy video that I was going to try to do one more video on the Sienna, and I thought I would do a comparison video of the Sienna against two other bags. Two bags that are kind of rival bags, I guess you can say, to this bag. Bags that you either end up getting this type of style bag or you get the Sienna. And you will see in a second as I take it out of the dust bag, and it'll all make sense what I'm talking about. The Speedy. Even I said in my video I picked the Sienna over the Speedy 30 bandolier. And the reason I did that is because, as you can see, this is a Speedy. It is in the bandolier. It is in this damier bean print. This is the 25, so it is the smaller Speedy. But in that video, I did say I had the Speedy bandolier 30 in the monogram. But for the sake of comparing, I think it's very helpful to see things all in the same print, because things can look different sizes in different prints. So I decided to keep all in the same print, and this was the reason why I didn't get the Speedy bandolier in 30. And that's because I have it in the classic Speedy. And I would never sell this bag. I will always keep it in my collection. I feel like I'm crooked. I probably am. I am sorry. I will always keep it in my collection just because I really wanted a classic Speedy in my collection. And I only have two. I have the damier bean one, and then I have one in the azure. That's my newest Speedy. So before that, I just really wanted a classy handbag, one that I had no other option but to carry it by my hand or in the crook of my arm, and I just really liked that. So I would never sell this, and having two bags in the same size, in the same print, just with one having the shoulder strap and one not, it seemed a little too much even for me. I have a lot of bags, I have a lot of repeat bags in different sizes and different prints and stuff, but even that was a little too much. Even I have my standards, apparently. So that is why I picked this Sienna. So I'm going to kind of show you how they look so you can kind of see the size difference. And like I said in the review video of my Sienna, the Sienna is, it's right here, might as well show you it. The Sienna is right in between sizes. It's not as small as the Speedy 25, but it's not as big as the Speedy 30 in terms of what you can fit inside of the bag. So I will just kind of show you how things look, my daily essentials. I will throw them quickly into the Speedies so you can kind of see how much room I have in the Speedies compared to how much room I have in the Sienna, and hopefully this will help you, because like I said, I feel like a lot of people are kind of drawn to the Sienna because it is similar to the Speedy in the terms that you have this top handle, and then especially in the bandolier version because you do have the strap. So like I said, it's very similar in function, but they do differ a little bit in terms of obviously what they can carry and also how they feel and look when you have things in them, which I will kind of also go over. So let's start with the Speedy 25, because that is the smallest Speedy, and not gonna lie, my favorite Speedy. It is so cute. Look how little. It is so cute. It is called the 25. I'm sure most of you know because it is 25 centimeters. This is the bag I did a what's in my bag with, so you kind of already know what fits in here. It is stuffed at the moment. I just stuff it with whatever I can find. All my bags, I keep them stuffed, and I just put whatever is available to me. So it has a bunch of random things in it. Quickly take those out. So they have the same lining, that red textile lining, and as you can see, look how small the opening of the Speedy 25 is. I mean, that's it. That's all you get to get inside this bag. Not very big, in my opinion. It's very small. It can hold a lot, but the opening is very small, which is the drawback, I think, for a lot of people when it comes to the 25 size, is that the opening is just tiny. So So before I take everything out of the Sienna, I will show you what I currently have in it and the opening of that bag versus the opening of the Speedy 25, and then I'll move everything into my Speedy 25. So this is the Sienna, and as you can see right off the bat, the opening of this bag is ginormous. It is so generous, it's flexible, you can get everything in and out of. If you watched my review, I have everything that was in that video in this bag still, so you will see it as I pull it out to put it in the Speed 25, but everything fits in it very nicely. You still have room here on the top to put in a water bottle, a scarf, maybe a very light sweater, a toy. I don't even know what else you would really need, some snacks, but you do have room in this bag to spare. Not a lot, there's some room. And I will show you the size real quick between the two. So this is the Speedy 25, and this is the the Sienna MM. That's how they look. This is the 25, and this is the MM.
Mommy, don't stand up, you're going to fall.
Alright, so that's how they look. Now let's go over everything that fits inside of this bag. So I can fit everything that I fit in my Sienna in the 25, but as you will see, it is a much, much tighter fit. So this is my Neverfull pouch from the MM size, so it's a large pouch. Hurt my face. It's a big pouch. And it has a really, really hard time fitting in the Speed 25. I used it for the first time this past week, and I kind of have to bend it a little bit to make it fit, which I don't like doing, but I like taking this pouch, so I bend it. Cover your eyes if you're going to be offended. But as you can see, it doesn't fit in lengthwise, so you kind of have to, go in at an angle. It's very hard to do it on camera. But you really have to kind of go in at an angle like that and then maneuver it in. But it fits. Once it's in, it fits like a little glove in there. It's not bending now. It's nice and straight. I don't know if you can see it. It's nice and straight in there. So it fits no problem once it's in. It's just kind of getting it in. You really have to maneuver it in. Then my toiletry 19 pouch. Again, same kind of thing. It really has to go in kind of straight like this. And then you can maneuver it down. Then my cosmetic pouch. Like I said, I'm taking everything out of my Sienna MM. So all this stuff is what's in my Sienna MM. And again, same thing. I always kind of, you just get used to it. You really kind of have to maneuver things to get into this bag. My zippy compact wallet. My sunglass case in the MM size. My two clays, one in the monogram, one in the damier beam. And my 6-ring key holder. So that's everything in my Speedy 25. And it's pretty close, like I said, in size. I don't know if you can really see because the opening is so tiny, but everything's in there. It's a pretty tight fit. I do have the slightest bit of room up here on top. I could throw maybe a small water bottle up here on top. Actually, I take it back. It has about the same amount of room now that that item kind of fell. So you have all this room right here on top to still throw in a water bottle, throw in a toy, whatever you would need for your family, your lifestyle. And it keeps its shape. The shoulder strap, I don't wear mine as a crossbody bag, which is what most people get this bag size 4. You usually get the 25 to wear as a crossbody. But like I said, I don't. I like to wear it as a shoulder bag. So this is how it looks on me as a shoulder bag. Excuse my awkward pose. I am standing on a couch. And then this is the Sienna MM. And you can see the Sienna MM as a shoulder bag sits much lower. And this is the shortest extension. On the shortest extension as a shoulder bag on the Speedy, it sits much higher. It sits kind of where I would like a shoulder bag to fit. Can I attach the strap to the Sienna? Yes. Do I do it? No, because I'm a crazy woman. I don't know why I don't do it. It bugs me. I can't. I've tried, but I want to use the strap it came with. It's a psychological thing. So, it fits pretty much the same in terms of how your items fit inside and the room you have left over. Very, very similar between the MM and this 25 Speedy. The difference is how you can put things in and how you can get things out. Like I said, the mouth opening of this bag, so big, so generous, you have no problem just kind of plopping things in there and they fit. With the 25, it's a little bit harder. You gotta maneuver things in, and if you want things out, same deal. You gotta kind of maneuver them in and out the same way. Things don't just plop in nicely. So that's a factor. And then with the Speedy, you do get the adjustable third strap, so you can wear it as crossbody. Like I said, I don't, but it's there. So you can carry this as a crossbody, shoulder bag, and a hand-carried bag. Goodness. Okay, let's get on to the Speedy 30, the big mama. I had a Speedy 35 at one point. I do not have her anymore. I had sold her because it was back in the day when it was my go big go home phase, as I talked about in my last video. She was a bandolier. I miss her sometimes, but this bag is plenty big. This bag has a similar, not similar, but it has a more generous opening than the Speedy 25. This isn't a comparison between the two bags, so I'm trying to stay focused. But as you can see, the opening to the Sienna is still bigger, in my opinion. Still a little bit tight, just the way the zipper is. The zipper on this bag is kind of closed on both sides. And the way the zipper is on the Sienna, since it doesn't go all the way to this end corner, really allows it to open up really big. So now I'm going to throw everything into this bag. So, this may take a minute because, again, like I said, you gotta maneuver things out. My Neverfull pochette, the Toiletry 19, my cosmetic pouch, zippy compact wallet, sunglass case. I'm trying to go fast. I don't want this video to be 1,000 years long. Clear everything else out. My clay in the Damier Bean, my clay in the monogram, and my 6-ring key holder. So everything's in this bag. Maybe not necessarily how I would like it, but it's pretty close. And as you can see, there's tons of room left in this bag. Tons of room up here on the top. Tons of room even on the side. I mean, there's a lot of room. So here's how the size looks on the Speedy. And then the Sienna.
I'm nice in you too.
Be careful. So as you can see, visually, they look closer in size than the 25 and the MM, but the way that everything fits inside, it's close. The Sienna MM is closer to the Speedy 25, if that makes sense. Obviously, again, if you wanted to kind of throw in a quick review, the Speedy 25, when it's full, it keeps its shape when it's full. It doesn't really slouch. The 30, obviously, I have a fair amount of stuff in it. It's definitely not full, but when you carry it, unless you're using a base shaper or an organizer, it's gonna slouch. It's gonna do this, which I like. I don't mind it like that. The Sienna, it's not going to slouch because it has that reinforced base. So it's really preference. If you want to have a bigger bag that's gonna fit more like the Speedy 30, but you like the way the Sienna looks, you're gonna have to go with the Sienna GM. The MM Sienna is more comparable to what you can fit inside to the Speedy 25. Even though size-wise, they don't look it visually, but the way this bag is tapered, with the wide base and then the slim top, you can't fit that much. It's pretty deceiving. I mean, it fits a lot. Don't get me wrong, it fits all my daily essentials, which I think that's a lot. But it's not going to hold a whole lot of extras if that's kind of what you carry. And like I said, the Speedy 30 is known as the black hole for a reason. You can fit tons of stuff in here. It's functional. And if you want something more comparable to this size, but you want a bag that's going to keep its shape without having to buy the base shaper or the organizer, or you just like the little extra details of the Sienna, like the pleats, pretty handle details. I think it's really pretty, the way the handles just kind of connect right there. Then you're going to have to get the GM. Anyways, that is kind of it. I wanted to keep it nice and quick and to the point. If you want to compare sizes to the Speedy, it's more like the Speedy 25 for the Sienna MM. So you can imagine that the PM size of the Sienna is going to be smaller than the Speedy 25. So I know some people said that the Speedy 25 is too big for them. It holds too much. Things get lost in there. I find that hard to believe because I obviously carry a lot with me. But for those people, the Sienna MM was a good fit because it's smaller than the 25. The MM is more of a 25 and the GM Sienna is more comparable to the Speedy 30. But it also looks bigger than the Speedy 30 when you're carrying it on your shoulder or by the handheld. It's just a bigger looking bag, but the way the bag is made, it fits about the same. So if you want something that looks like the same size as the Speedy 30, really hard to get that in, but you don't really care too much about it fitting everything. If you carry about what I carry and you know all your items are going to fit in both and you don't need the extra room that you would have in the Speedy 30, then Sienna's MM is a good size for you. So that's kind of it. Do I have a preference? Like I said, my Speedy 25 is probably my favorite Louis Vuitton bag. It's just so cute. It keeps its shape with all my essentials in it. It doesn't sag that much. And I love that, you know, it has the strap to carry as a shoulder bag. It's just really, really pretty. I like it. And my Speedy 30, I don't use her enough because she is strictly a handheld bag. Even though I got her for that exact reason, I like having her as a special bag. She's a special bag. She's my date night bag. She's my mommy alone time bag. My girls night out bag. She is that bag I take out when I'm gonna go have some special fun, if that makes sense. I always have fun with my daughter. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But that's what these bags are for. These bags are my everyday mommy on the go, gonna get stuff done bags. But every once in a while, it's really nice to just have a classic handheld bag. So that's my review. I hope it wasn't all over the place. I'm trying to get the hang of this. I'm trying to get the hang of really condensing down my thoughts so I can just kind of whip out videos and know exactly what I'm going to say. You know, I have to start making notes ahead of time. That will probably help. But at the same time, I kind of like just being genuine with you guys. You know, what's going to happen is gonna happen. I am that type of person where I'm clumsy, I misspeak, I'm a little zany at times, and that's just my personality. And I wanted to come across to you guys to really get to know me, because those are the type of people I like to watch. I like to watch real people. I don't like to watch people that are just like perfect in front of the camera 24/7, because you know it's not like that. You know things happen, and yeah, you know, they'll add in the bloopers at the end, and I even like that. I just like to see people's true colors and the real side of them. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you guys how I'm really like, a little off the cuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are enjoying my channel. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like this video. Leave a comment down below if I forgot to touch on something on this video, or if there's something else you would like me to add. Just let me know down below if you have a question, anything. Please feel free to ask, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!